200 Matric learners from Bloemhof in the northwest will be moved to a safe place to allow them to write their Matric exams. Protesting residents have forced businesses to close and are preventing children from going to school. Some parents of Matric learners are worried, saying they don't know where their children will be moved to. Others say even learners in lower grades should be allowed to write exams outside Bloemhof. SABC News reporter Sellwane Khakhau joins us now live from Bloemhof. Sellwane, a very good morning to you once again. Are there contingency plans for the matrics who will be affected by this strike?
Good morning, Desiree. What we understand is that the department has been working very hard to find a plan for matriculants to be able to write their examinations. We understand also that there is a meeting with educators underway at the moment. But of course, a location has not been disclosed, as the department is trying very hard to ensure that those plans will not be ruined or disrupted by the community. Desiree, we also have been hearing from community members who have been saying that if a plan is going to be made for grade 12s to be able to write their exams, the same thing should be done for children or learners in lower grades, as you know that schooling has been disrupted here in Bloemhof. Also this morning we saw about 2 schools. There is no schooling this morning, Desiree.
Does this suggest that the protest is ongoing?
Definitely, Desiree, the protest is still going, but for now it is a little bit calm compared to how the situation was last night. What we can tell you is that this morning we confirmed with the police if the N12 and the R34 roads are still closed. The police did confirm that they are removing the barricades from the N12 as well as the R34, so the roads can be used now. Although on the R34 road there's still barricades here and there, but the police are working on removing the barricades and getting traffic to flow once again on those roads, Desiree.
What are officials saying about these demands that people be released?
Well, Desiree, you would understand that when it comes to the court, it works on the law, and it's not really based on what the community wants. And the officials are saying that also they are doing their job in making sure that they are removing people who are bringing chaos and disruption in communities. On the other hand, the community is saying that they are not happy with the police having arrested people who they say have been helping to fight crime and the problem of gangsterism here in Bloemhof. You would remember that the unrest that we are seeing now started a while ago, but it also intensified from in the morning yesterday when after court a member of the community appeared, in fact, at the Bloemhof Magistrates Court, and he was remanded in custody. The community were saying that he is one of the people who have been helping to fight crime as well as gangsterism here in Bloemhof, and they have been wanting him to be released, together with scores of other community members who are remanded in custody right now, Desiree.
So what will happen for the rest of the day, Sellwane?
Well, it is not clear yet how the day is going to go, Desiree. What we know is that the community has been planning to have a meeting a little bit later on. Community leaders as well as stakeholders. I'm talking about business owners. I'm talking about farmers in the community. I'm talking about community leaders who want to come together to discuss what the way forward will be in terms of finding a resolution. Then we want to quickly see if we can speak to some of the residents who would be able to speak to us about what is happening here in Bloemhof. Can you just tell us, how do you feel about kids not being in school and about the situation here in in Bloemhof?
It's very sad when our kids are not at school, even when we are not going to work.
Okay, and what is it that you want to see being done as a solution or a resolution here, a way forward in Bloemhof?
We want our member of our community to be out of jail because of the way assisting us, really.
So I know that here in Bloemhof, one of the concerns that you have is that you feel the police are not doing enough to help you. And so these members of the community have come together and formed what they call Bloemhof Anti-Gangsterism. How have these people been helping you as a community?
They've been helping us about fighting this gangsterism by disciplining the other community members. Because of our policy, our policy, they were not doing their job. These people were free. In the last time, we were the victim of rape, especially we as women.
Okay. No, thank you very much there. So that was one of the community. Well, she wants to add something quickly. Let's give her one more chance.
I also opened a case during 2012. I was one of the victims. They have stole my plasma TV, microwave, and DVD, and computer. Even today, I don't have any idea what happened about my case. Then when I go back to the police, they said the case have been closed. Then I don't know how.
Okay. Well, thank you very much there. One of the community members telling us about the situation here in Bloemhof, saying that the police are not doing much to assist in terms of fighting crime, in terms of fighting drug lords and gangsters here in Bloemhof. Desiree?
Sellwane, let's talk again about those road closures that you mentioned earlier on. What impact is that having on traffic?
Well, you would understand, Desiree, yesterday it was, especially last night, it was quite difficult for traffic to flow. Remember last night we spoke to one of the drivers whose a truck was stoned. Last night he was coming from Kuruman, making his way to Durban, and he was unable to continue with his journey as the windscreen was damaged. Police have been able to confirm with us that 2 trucks were stoned and they were damaged. They also were able to confirm with us that 1 truck driver was robbed. We also spoke yesterday to Transnet investigator, Mr. Bester, who told us that even the railway was closed, so trains that were transporting goods could not even make it to their destination and they had to go back. So that's what the situation was yesterday. Also, some drivers had to go back as they were not informed on time that the roads are blocked, the R34 road as well as the N12, and they had to go back. Desiree.
Sellwane, thank you so much for that update. Sellwane Khakhau there.